Hey, welcome to the VIP Financial Ed YouTube channel where we help you safely go further, faster financially. So I want to talk today about the difference between long-term net worth and short-term cash flow solutions. These are two completely different areas of wealth creation that have to be thought out and planned out in advance of making specific decisions. Now, if you're going to choose only one, it's better to choose long-term net worth investing decisions over short-term net cash flow solutions. The reason for that is we have to plan on aging. We have to plan on our later years in life, and we have to be prepared to have income streams supplement the loss of our current revenue once we choose to step back into retirement, which means that we have to be thinking ahead. And this is where something like real estate comes in. I get a lot of you guys coming to me and I speak with you every single day. A large percentage of my day is spent having one-on-one conversations with you guys. You can schedule your free coaching session now by visiting the link in the description below. But everybody who comes to me says, I would really like to get into real estate, or I'm already dabbling in real estate at whatever level. And I think people are somewhat surprised, as was I, to learn how slowly wealth was created when I was spending the bulk of my investing time on real estate. Real estate was a long-term net worth solution. I have a property right now that I purchased for $220,000 back in 2002 or 2003. And that property is worth over twice that now. That's a property I'm really happy I own, but I haven't always been happy to own it. I've had nightmare tenants in there on multiple occasions. Even a tenant that I have in there right now has been somewhat frustrating for me, even though they're pretty good tenants. They just are really needy. So I'm not always happy I own it, especially given the fact that until it was paid off, it was really only cash flowing around $700 per month, which is considered really good, by the way. Once we paid the property in full, it now cash flows somewhere closer to $2,250. The rent on it is about $3,000. So after the maintenance is factored in, and once we calculate taxes and insurance, we're left with a little over $2,000 every month. So it's a good cash flow now because we've paid it in full. But until then, guys, this has been such a slow road to creating actual wealth that I usually discourage people who don't have at least in excess of what the new mortgage payment would cost you in net cash flow prior to buying another investment property. I would then say it's not yet a good time to buy long-term real estate. Once your net cash flow position exceeds at least the minimum payment for that mortgage, in the event that, for instance, your tenant moves out unexpectedly or you have a vacancy with that property, you are okay and you're not then going to be suffering through two housing payments or multiple housing payments, however many you have. In my opinion, it's better to then focus on that short-term net cash flow first. Short-term net cash flow solutions are often short-term, meaning they are temporary. A lot of the income streams that we generate now, which produce multiple millions per year, we don't expect them to last forever. I don't expect those income streams to be here in, say, 10 years. And it is a constant process of adapting and making sure that we're looking for successful and evidence-based roadmaps that other people have proven work. By feeding that short-term net cash flow solution, we can then go in and buy long-term net worth assets. And it makes that purchase process much, much easier. But if I had to forego one, I would not forego that long-term net worth investing. I have to be safe 20, 30, 40 years from now. My family has to be safe 20, 30, 40 years from now. Therefore, I would have to forego the short-term net cash flow solution. As an entrepreneur, I'll never be content with just picking the one. Therefore, I'm going to obviously simultaneously look to accomplish both, because that road to wealth, by focusing on long-term net worth, is simply not fast enough by itself. Therefore, I want to feed it with short-term net cash flow solutions in order to accelerate the progress that I make. So for those of you that are thinking about real estate, I would encourage you to realize that it will not solve your short-term net cash flow problems. You'll have to find other solutions to solve those problems. And if you can build yourself into a place where you have adequate short-term net cash flow, again, in excess of what a future mortgage would cost you if that property was vacant, then by all means, feel free to pick just long-term net worth investing, and you'll be fine over the long run. You just have to make sure that you're protecting yourself in the event of economic fluctuation. There are certainly no guarantees that the economy is going to be steady in either direction. It can very easily fluctuate unexpectedly, and therefore you've got to make sure that that safety net is in place. Nobody who purchased real estate 30 years ago who has been focused even on a minimum payment basis on paying that property down is upset that they bought that property 30 years ago. Understand that if you own properties 20 or 30 years from now, as long as you're not perpetually refinancing and going deeper and deeper into debt as you go down the road, you'll be very glad that you purchased them. But if the economy shifts and we experience another, say, 2009, you could end up in trouble if you haven't properly prepared yourself for the unforeseeable and unpleasant surprises that are very likely to happen at some point along the way. So as long as you can survive the volatility that comes economically, you are going to be very, very happy about focusing on long-term net worth objectives. Check out some of the activity that we have recently published with Kris Krohn and his team out in Utah. Those guys would be one of the best resources for you to get involved with long-term net worth investing. When it comes to real estate, when it comes to short-term net cash flow solutions, my recommendation is to pursue activities that give you the most geographical freedom, the most geographical mobility, the ability to go anywhere you want, whenever you want, and stay as long as you want, and never have to worry about the budget by looking at how to make as much money as possible online. 3 channels that I've been recommending recently: Kevin David's channel. He's always got new video content coming out on how to make great money online. Number 2, if you want to look into Shopify or drop shipping, I would check out Wholesale Ted's channel. She's a great educator and also a high income earner, proving that there is a recipe for doing that. And 3rd is John Crestani's channel. I've recommended him a couple times now, hoping to do a collaboration with him at some point. He talks all about affiliate income. Now, you don't have to work with any of these folks. Whether you do or don't is up to you. They do have products and programs and services, of course, that you can purchase, which might help you accelerate how quickly you end up to your goals. But I would say that it's really just more of a matter of planting seeds in your mind and start learning how some of us are actually taking advantage of these modern streams of income, many of which didn't even exist 6, 10, 15 years ago, and now can produce unimaginable amounts of income. Just think how easy real estate could become if you can figure out how to make 6 figures every single month. Not every year, every single month. At that point, you can go into that long-term net worth investing far more confidently, far more financially securely. You can handle the ups and downs a lot more easily. You can pay those properties off a lot faster and just simply sit on that portfolio of assets well into your late years of life and even pass it along as part of your legacy. So for me, that's my preferred approach, is working on both of those 2 aspects of wealth creation at the same time versus just simply choosing to focus on my long-term net worth goals. Guys, I hope this has helped at least give you something to think about when you're clarifying for yourself how you want to be spending your time, but make sure you are at least focusing on long-term net worth. Real estate's my preferred approach to that. I like all the benefits that come with that hard asset, as well as the income streams too, and it's worth the pain points along the way to be a real estate investor. And don't forget, whether you're going short-term net cash flow solutions or you're going long-term net worth investing, having a sound financial strategy in place is absolutely critical to you. So be sure you stay tuned to this channel, become a subscriber if you're not one already. In the description below, I'll put a link. You can schedule your 1 free coaching session. And I have been clearing my calendar in order to do as many of those calls, almost all of them myself personally. So I'd love to get on the phone with you myself, learn a little bit more about your intentions, your goals, your lifestyle dreams. I want to hear exactly where you want to end up in life, so that we can get these tools and these debt weapons working in your favor. So make sure you're watching the content on this channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys on our next video. Until then, make it a great day and take care.